I turn to Edges and I just elbow him and I say, "Oh, look, Jewel gonna be Jewel. And we've got Lex's brother here, but fucking Cog was weirding me out, man. That wasn't Cog. I don't know if it was like Cog weirded out himself or a different version of Cog, or what are you doing?"
The Stegosaurus movement is just very jarring, I'm not gonna lie. It's like I'm trying to see things and spot stuff and be useful to the team, but everything's just a motion blur, really, if I'm honest. It's colors and shapes going past me at quite a lot of speeds, and I'm really it's kind of like going through portal. And feeling.
No,
Silas turns around.
Shh, I'm gonna be sick. Shut the fuck up.
The fucking Stegosaurus.
I can't. I'm on now. I don't know how to get off once it
I'll
starts
create
moving.
a little wall of force around his head, which is basically an invisible astronaut ball, so he can just be sick into it and they won't make any noise.
Oh, it's on my face.
Sloshing around. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 89 of Malt Magic. It's very bright in my office today. It's also very, very bloody hot. So, yeah, bear with us. We're all going to be a bit dehydrated. But last time on Malt and Magic, the Planar Detective Agency returned to the treehouse in Anarion's jungle to regroup. But the jungle offered limited rest for most of the party, shall we say. Strange energy pulses had been reported. Scrying attempts failed. And when the party then revisited the ruins following some questionable Stegosaurus training, they uncovered something buried and ancient, an astrolabe similar in design to the orreries, etched with constellations and echoing the logic of Mechanus. With Lex still away reconnecting with his family, the others uncovered only part of the truth, the portal requiring 3 mechanical gears hidden somewhere in the jungle. And only one location currently known, revealed through Cog, who has begun to channel something far beyond his or their usual parameters. So now the agency must find the remaining pieces to potentially activate this astrolabe and hopefully move one step closer to the next piece of the Eclipse Codex, all the while stalked by something unseen deep in the trees. So, warning, this is an adult stream. There will most certainly be adult language and humour throughout. Full content warnings will be available in the episode description once this goes to video on demand and podcast. You have been warned. Let's roll. Oh my life. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there
right. Jesus Christ. I mean, I look very
Actually, I'm
red
going to
as
go
well
back to
for
that
whatever
other
reason.
view, and I'm just going to go. Bye, guys.
So, for those playing the home game, a lot's been happening behind the scenes, just pure chaos, as is per usual at Malt Magic HQ, but here we are, ready for episode 89, would you believe it, folks? We are one away from the big 9-0. So, yes. Whew. I'm a little bit exhausted after that introduction already and the shenanigans, so let's go down our lineup and I'll have a break. I am Matt, I am your Dungeon Master for this evening, also playing the psychic characters of Callum, Takami, probably some NPCs as well, and anything else that this bunch of reprobates decide to throw at me.
Hello, I'm Dave, and I'm playing Jewel of Shadows, the female Tabaxi rogue, who is very out of her depth trying to fix the machinations, mechanical things that are in front of them, and hopes that we can find our way through.
You couldn't have picked any more difficult words to say.
I really couldn't. Again, ridiculous.
I'll keep it simple. Hello, I'm Danny, and I play Lex. So I've been away physically. Lex has been away emotionally, but tonight I'm back, baby. So it's all about plot development in the most complicated way possible. That's how I roll.
Yeah. Tom seems to have exited stage left just briefly. We'll figure out what's going on. Bodhi, take it away.
Face, though. Standard.
It looks like
Tom.
Who's he giving side eye to? That's what I want to know. Was that me?
Bodhi.
Dude, it took me a solid 2 minutes to be like, wait, is he fucking here still? I can't even I'm trying to spell micro movements. What's up? I'm Bodhi, playing Edgeus Bones Jones, the bard, sorcerer, monster of chaos, and also, I never realized until just today that Matt has guitars hung all over his fucking room. I only just noticed today because the room is bright enough to see them. They're nice, dude. Nice guitars.
Thank you. I have 5.
You can't play them for shit. They're just fancy ornaments.
No, they're just decoration. That's it. It's the most expensive decorations I've ever put on my wall.
Dude, they're just zombie killing devices.
I will introduce Tom while he's not here. So yes, Tom, frozen in the bottom of your screen there, is the father half of Homie and the Dude, and plays Cavan Buckland, our resident barbarian paladin. We'll figure out what's going on with Tom briefly. But we are going to start with you, Danny.
I'm ready.
Are you? So we've got a little bit to cover in terms of what Lex has been doing for the past, we'll say 36 hours at this stage.
Okay.
There was a brief moment where you obviously reconnected with the party and gave them a bit of aid in the form of the spell, also cast a greater restoration on Edgeus to help with his exhaustion, but that was after they'd come back following the dinosaur encounter. Now you had basically, as you arrived at the treehouse, reconnected with Silas a little bit. There was that tense moment between Silas and Edgeus, which you interrupted, and then Silas had taken you to see your mother, and that in itself was a semi-traumatic moment, I'm going to say, for yourself. A very deeply emotional moment for Lex, I imagine. So what's Lex been doing?
Good question. So literally, are we talking about I went back to see my mum after the party has come back, or since the party left, what have I done?
So, since the party left the first time,
yep,
where you stayed behind basically to reconnect with Silas and your mum, we can roleplay a bit this out as well. What have you been doing? But then we're also going to go sort of, you disappear briefly when the party comes back, aid, greater restoration, and then you're back. Okay. But there will be a moment of time where you and probably Silas decide to disappear into the jungle.
So I think most of the time I will have been telling my mum my life story, bringing her up to speed on everything she missed while I've been in Mechanis.
Excellent. So your mum is still somewhat
she's still catatonic,
but she's not catatonic. She's still glassy-eyed, and she recognises that you're here now, and she continually asks about your father, even as you telling stories, and it seems to be the bit that just won't compute in her brain.
Because I look like him.
That her husband is gone, and you are there, exactly right. You look like him. But she listens, and it's like she's taking it in. It's just almost like neurons aren't firing in certain places. So despite the fact she's taking it in, it's almost like she can't communicate properly backwards. Something is still broken within your mother.
Yeah. So it's almost like when you're sat beside somebody and they're in the hospital and you're talking just at them, hoping they can hear what you say, and it's reaching somewhere or something. Yeah. That's the vibe we're going with them. Okay.
And there's moments of lucidity. and moments where you are able to converse with her, and this deeply affects Silas as well, who breaks down at one point, having not been able to speak to his mother properly in almost 30 years. But even he begins to come to terms with it. You actually spend the later evening, I'm actually going to say breakfast, rather. You sort of all just collapse exhausted together. And when breakfast comes around, you sit as a family. Something you've not done since you were 5, 7 years old. And Silas sort of puts some bread and cheeses and vegetables and some rare meats and just things that have been gained and sort of foraged from the jungle, places them down in front of you and down in front of his mother, and he goes to start cutting up your mother's food, and she just sort of taps his hands. No, Silas, I can do this myself. I have this. Thank you. Eat up, boys. You need your strength.
And I'll look at some of the meats that I think I remember from when I was a kid, and I'm like... And then I realise, like, a memory floods back to me with the taste and the smell of it, and then I'm... You know, like how Goku anime eats in Dragon Ball Z when he's really hungry, and he's just really shoveling it in, bowl after bowl after bowl. That's what I'll be going with, as the memories flood back to me of well, not a mother-cooked breakfast, but it's given me that sort of vibe.
I imagine this is not the first time Silas has ever made you breakfast either. And Silas is sort of there mid-bite and just looks at you. Well, it's nice to see that your eating habits haven't improved in 30 years.
It's almost as if I've just regressed back to who I was then, and then I'll sort of get myself and pat myself down and be like, oh.
Passes you like
So
a bit of leather cloth.
I usually am the one with decorum in the group, actually, but obviously just the excitement is getting to me a little bit. It's just nice to have
I would love to see you with any decorum.
I am
I don't think I've ever
diplomatic
seen that from you.
Marvel, actually, among the group. I'm the most... Well, Jewel is probably the most level-headed, but I'm not as spontaneous and wild as I used to be. Although I'm learning to accept that part of myself again. I used to be quite rigid. Well, the whole time, as you heard me tell Mom, I've been muting and dampening my emotions for decades. So it's just nice to be able to, I suppose, let it all out. The first time in a long time.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of that today. I need to apologize to your friends at some point. I didn't react well to you returning at all.
I didn't want to say, but yeah, you didn't take it very well. But let's be honest, I literally came out of the blue after decades being missing. So I do, after reflection and after being with Mom for so many days, so many hours, I've had time to reflect too, and I totally get it. I mean, when I found out you were still alive, I didn't believe it until I see you. And even then, I was like, this is a trick. So, it's a lot to process.
Yeah. Look, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have acted the way I did.
I probably would apologize to them. They hold a grudge like a motherfucker as well. There's this one guy, Brahm. I mean, he barely was a little bit rude, and they fucking hated on that guy for what felt like weeks. It caused a big old argument between everybody. God. Yeah.
No, I don't want to be I definitely don't want to be a cause of, like, tension within...
They're quite fragile as a group,
what did you call yourselves?
Yeah.
The
Planar Detective Agency, and I'll hand him a card.
That's the second
Sorry,
card
I'm so used to doing that every time I say it. You've probably already got 10 by now.
Hands it to his mother, who sits there and flicks it over. Oh, this is cool.
We're branching out, so we might even have a satellite office here one day.
Oh, not really a place for detectives.
Surely Stegosaurus go missing, right? Hunting is essentially just another word for detecting stuff in the jungle. It's still... The skills are transferable.
I kind of feel like we've already got that covered with the hand, but okay. Let's workshop it.
What, right now? You want to interview for the position?
No. I just kind of... God, this is awkward. 30 years.
Were we always this awkward together?
No. Well, no. I don't know. It's been... I just remember having to run around after you constantly, keep you out of trouble.
I have to do that with Edgius. I get it. Was I a bad brother?
No. You were too young to even process what that might mean. Like, I felt for 30 years like I was a bad brother because I had a job, but just look after you, and then you died. And that broke Mom, and Dad died. So that's why I acted how I did. It's hard seeing you come back alive and fine after I literally watched you get stabbed in the neck.
And as you say that, I'll feel the pain of it in the back of my neck again. I don't think we've ever done this before, but stand up a second, and then I'll go in for the most awkward hug. And then, you know, when I'm hoping he hugs me back, and then as we hug, I will then just let my weight almost fall into his.
And there's
like a father
sort of
would hug a
rigid.
son, almost, is what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, it goes rigid for a moment, but then and hold you, and it's that moment where his arms wrap around you and you let your weight go. You lean on each other. And he just takes this deep, shuddering sigh. And in that same moment, you just feel, each of you feel a hand on your shoulder as your mother stands there. And even with slightly glassy eyes and a lack of lucidity, tears roll down her cheeks.
And then I'll open my arm up to bring her into the cuddle that we're having as well.
And she sort of holds you both there. And she sighs. This is nice. My boys.
But this time, I wish I could just stop time and just stay in this moment for a bit. I'll try, but I can't. But in his head, he's thinking, do I know a spell? Do I know a spell?
Let me know, Arcana check.
Oh, this could get interesting. Nope. 10.
With a 10, roll me a D100.
Could I give Danny inspiration, Matt? If I have one.
Thank you, Jesus.
You are blessed, my son.
As much as I would love you to, I'm gonna say no, just because you're not. I love the aspect. Yeah.
Oh, fucking idiot! I rolled a D8 instead of a D10.
Smooth.
55.
55. 5 points over what you needed. With a 50-50 chance. There's a moment in this where you feel centered. And a moment where logic and chaos meet. and form a semblance of order. Almost like in the back of your mind, maybe at the base of your neck, that silent wish is granted in a way. And you all just pause in time. Together. Family. Again. Reconnected. Something broken remade. Silas looks around. Are you doing that?
I think I did.
Holy shit. That's kind of cool.
It's almost as if I just harmonized with that pulsing thing that the guys were telling me about in the jungle. We became the center of the universe for a minute there, I think.
This family was always the center of my universe, Lex.
Well, my family has actually extended since I left. So I'm hoping they will become an extension of yours, ours, too.
We should do something about that. I've not been the best brother in the last however many hours. Let's go do better.
Let's go. Fix it together. And I'll kiss Mum on the forehead, sit her back down in the chair, and hand her a jungle juice or whatever she's drinking. Hot bean water. And then we'll go off to find the others.
Obviously, Silas sort of bends down in front of her and whispers towards her, and she just sort of nods and then just closes her eyes and settles back, sort of begins to snooze. Silas goes outside and sort of wanders over to one of the wandering members of the Hand who are just sort of roaming around this treehouse. I need to go with my baby brother to go figure something out and go find his friends. Mom's in there, she's asleep. Keep a close eye on her, don't let her wander. You know how to reach me should anything go on. I'll be back when we've figured this out, but she should be okay. Just, you know, usual stuff when I go out on hunts, just keep an eye on her. Alright, Lex, I have no idea where they went, so we can either track them, or if you've got some way of getting in touch, or, I don't know, figuring out where they are.
I'll just listen for where the most disturbance is in the village, and I'll head that direction.
So at this point, they've gone.
Oh, they're
beyond the
gone.
village. They've already
Oh, fuck.
headed out to the ruins.
Hang on.
Yeah.
So the last session, did they end in any form of distress? Because I'm going to try to tap into their emotional state, try and get a vibe for where they are.
Okay, with the Star Touch Crystal then, you tap in, and the first thing that probably greets you is mass confusion. Like,
Nothing new there.
trying to process some information that is just escaping them. I would like you to make me an Arcana check with advantage to see if you can connect with Cog at such a long distance.
Oh, 24.
Nice. You feel the confusion, and then you just feel like a familiar presence in your mind, but it too feels discordant, slightly off, and you recognize the pull of Cog. But even with that connection, there's something different, something off.
Oh no. I think I can get us to him. If I take us in the right direction, you watch my back for jungle dangers. I mean, I'm out of practice with this stuff.
I'm sure I'll come back to you quickly. Not that we ever took you into the jungle, but
I followed you a couple of times.
I know.
No, you
the
didn't. I was
worst at stealth.
stealthy as shit. You'd never see me.
Yeah? Sure. Of course you did.
There was that one time I did fall in the Stegosaurus poo, and I thought, well, that'll just throw off the scent. And then I thought I was like Commando, just covered in stealth mud, just crawling through. You knew all about that, right?
You smelt for a week. Yeah.
Yeah. Dad was so mad. Good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
God. Right. Yeah. You lead on. Just, I don't know. You don't look like you've got a. Do you carry a weapon? But.
And then I'll just go and spin 2 Arcana discs in my hand like gears, and just be like, pfft, I don't need a weapon.
Looks like you wore the weapon. Okay. I'm following you. And you lead.
I have to say though,
make me a. Go on.
Wearing tassel loafers and a fucking Victorian suit is not jungle trudging weather, I tell you.
And there's probably a point where Silas goes, do you know what? This is really starting to fucking annoy me. This thing's really noisy. And he folds your coat up on the underside and then sort of ties it. So it's almost like it forms a single tail behind you at your lower back, but at least then it's not fucking waving around and causing a load of noise. I mean, it's hot in the jungle, but as a UNT, you feel nothing of it.
Yeah.
You don't sweat.
I'm glad I don't sweat.
Yeah.
What roll was I making, sorry?
Prime advantage in here. I would like you to make me a survival check with advantage, please.
Oh, nailed it. Oh god, that first one was a 1, so I'm glad you said advantage. as Lex is wont to do, order perfect balance. I rolled a 1 and a 20.
There we go. Natty 20.
For a 26.
You very quickly tap into that discordant connection with Cog. It's almost like, in the way you sense portals and their resonance, you feel the resonance of Cog, but the pitch has shifted slightly.
So, like when somebody's playing a harp or a piano and they hit the wrong key, it's just like, I get that. Like, to keep playing the wrong note, and it's kind of makes you cringe a little. Yeah, I'm with you.
And Silas is probably there going, why are you twitching so much? Like,
I'm tapping into the frequency of Cog in the area, but something is off. The balance is off. I say balance and order quite a lot. You'll get used to it. I'm all about restoring the balance and keeping the blah blah blah. It'll all make sense. But it's just something's wrong.
Okay. Let's go find him. With a natural 20, it doesn't take you long, with Silence then guiding you as well along this journey, to find your party. And you find them as they exit out of the ruins and begin to head north, and sort of the party turns to head north. You see Takami, Callum, alongside your 3 other companions, Kevin, Jewel, and Aegeus.
Hi, guys.
I step in front of Lex and step to Silas, and I say, what's up with you and your brother? And I turn to Aegeus and I'm like,
yeah.
This
Silas
twat,
has
right?
something to say, and I'll step aside.
I mean, Silas does have this sort of weird grin as you step up to him, Kevin, sort of seeing the test of testosterone in this moment, and Silas just sort of holds his hands up. As funny as this would be, turns to Aegeus. I was an asshole. I'm sorry.
You know what, Silas? How about this? I'm a man who loves respect. Though that might surprise some of the others in this group. All of you quiet.
Bullshit. Fingers on lip.
But for me, it's important. Respect is not gained or given, it is earned. I think we could both do some work towards gaining one another's respect. For the sake of Lex, at least. And hey, Look, if Lex dies, then shit, dude. I would happily render your
I got a
body
minute.
useless.
Why am I dying
But
in this situation?
that he's not dead, so we're all good. We're all good. We're all good till then.
Do I need to do another speech like after Brahm? Give me 10 minutes. I'll write one down.
Jewel sees Lex. It sort of has been with him for a few months. Good few months now. Seems to know him a little better. Will go up to his brother and just go, I'm Jewel. We haven't properly met, and thank you for what you said. And puts a hand out.
Let's introduce everybody properly. This is Jewel. She's like my what is she
Girlfriend?
What?
I don't know. Jewel is very important to me. Okay, and
Nicely said.
This is Cavan. He's actually been my pseudo big brother while I thought you were dead, so that might create some initial awkwardness, but bro to bro, sort it out. And this is Edgius. We had that weird uncle. That's like Edgius.
I'm getting a lot of
That
insight
sounded
here,
better
guys.
in
I'm
my
not
head.
sure if you are
That
as
sounded
well.
better in my head.
I'm learning a lot about myself in this moment. I'm feeling.
I think we're all learning a lot about you, Edgius.
But Edgius has been a mentor to me. He's taught me how to be a detective. We've gone on personal growth together. He's helped me with my emotions. I've helped him with his.
We've
both
touched
nearly
one
died
another
and saved each other's life. Yeah.
emotionally
There's a lot of respect
many
between
times.
the two of us.
I'm so
Yeah.
glad you
And
finished
equal.
that sentence, Edgius. My goodness me.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Okay, lovely reunion. Let's. Shall we?
Yeah. What trouble are you in? I've sensed someone was wrong. Cog is giving off a weird vibe, quite literally.
Oh,
No.
because I believe I've got Cog at the
Cog's
moment.
on your shoulder right now.
Yeah, so I was like, and just like sort of gently like hand Cog back, going, nothing we did, but that temple kind of messed with his head, maybe.
I'll just lift his wings up and they just flop back down. I'm like,
And he twitches.
Ooh.
Just
Okay, so he kind of had a connection with that temple, showed us some funky shit, some stars, formations. That was weird. Then when we went
And then
down,
he kind of died.
well, yeah.
I think
What?
he's. I mean, he's.
no, he's
Do
still
that again.
ticking.
Lex.
He's still
Oh.
ticking. He's ticking. He's fine. Well, he's not fine.
Okay.
The other thing, excuse me, frog in my throat. Sorry. I tried it on. It didn't work. Hairball. We then found another chamber, and he then showed us this area of the jungle, pointed directly north, and points to the way that they were all walking. So we're going that way to try and find if we can look for these special cogs, and we're going to go and take them back to the temple. So
There's 3 of them.
yes.
Yeah.
Is this like a Codex piece scavenger hunt?
Kind of, I believe so.
Yeah.
Or this is going to help us find the Codex piece. So we're going to have to find all this. So we are looking for a cog, not that cog, just another cog, not that cog,
Like a
definitely
gear.
different cog. That's one. Yes, gear, not cog, gear.
Show Lex
I'm
the
so confused right now.
What club
the
are we
thing.
going to?
The star. What?
We're getting 3 grams of gear.
And going to the cog? Wait, what?
Brand new club just opened. Well, the
The map. The
Kevin.
map. Lex, the map, Jewel.
Yo,
That you drew of the constellations. The shapes. That
I
was
did
the
it
thing.
like 5 minutes ago. Of course, I have not forgotten about it. Hello, and brings.
The whole situation just got everybody's mind upside down.
are,
You bring out that perfect forgery of that
we-
image that you drew.
We're looking for this area. Hopefully, as we land upon it from the temple, we are going to see these trees here, these gears on the floor, all of this. This is exactly what we are looking for. And
Sorry,
DM,
it's
remind
in
me what
this
the-
exact location.
this exact location, yes.
Why? I know that look.
You see this like dark shadow. That was literally the way Cog was saying it. It's like there is a space for a gear, and that is what I believe we are looking for.
That just happens to be in a nest.
Oh,
Cool. Let's
what?
give up.
Like a bird's nest, like an owl.
Not quite.
Okay, come
Well,
on,
the good
spit it
thing
out.
is, Silas. The good thing is, Silas, when we were there, the image looks like it was an empty clearing. There was nothing there. So maybe whatever's nest it was, they'd like either moved on or maybe they were just not home when we saw it.
Aegeus, Silas is well aware of this jungle really well, and he's going to tell us that it is a lovely bunny rabbit.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. I
Yeah.
love jungle bunny rabbits. I've heard
Yeah.
good things about. Don't they have the really long arms?
Silas, come on.
It tastes so good. I dislocate my jaw and just the whole thing in.
You do what to your jaw?
Dislocate my jaw and eat the whole rabbit.
Oh yeah, have you not seen that? And Silas just goes, and his jaw just opens up really wide.
Okay, no, absolutely not, no.
I'm a skeleton, and that's the nastiest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. Lex,
What?
you've never done that.
No, but
Yeah,
the
Lex.
situation has never called for it. I've got decorum now. Tell
We could
Silas
have
I'm
just had
really...
you eating people, and we've not been doing it this whole time. We could have been fueling you while we deal with problems. You know the dwarf?
I'm quite
We
small.
could have just
I can't-
started feeding to him slowly, and then he would have talked. We didn't have to torture and kill the guy.
And it takes weeks for the juices to digest, and then I'd have just been rolling around like with a hostage-sized lump in myself. It just wouldn't have worked.
Jewel wants to see if we can pull Aegeus' jaw off. Click.
Thunk.
Hang on, we could have just done that this whole time to shut him up.
I don't know, he's still making
Tommy's
noises.
there going, I 100% agree. If I knew I could do that, fuck my life, I'd have done that months ago.
Hands it back and like clicks it back in. There you go,
She's already
Aegeus.
been sneaking his fingers off while nobody's looking. We all know that.
Double clicking him out, yeah. Hey.
Oh, nearly. You nearly got him.
So,
Right, come on, Silas. Give us the bad news. Where the hell is this?
This is where Matt tells us it's
Well,
a
it's-
velociraptor nest.
Get out of my head.
Yes! Almost as if we've been friends
Wait.
for so long.
Wait.
Silas literally goes, it's north up here. You can see the slight trail. The problem is, the way you show me that image, if it is where I think it is a known raptor's nest.
Huh.
Those
And-
things are
and-
fucking quick.
And a raptor is what?
A very, very fast reptile.
A
They've
smaller,
got
more
claws.
lethal version of K-Rex.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Have you-
And you're
Silas.
telling me they can rap really quickly? I'm more of like a steady raptor. I'm not sure what type of beat are they laying down. Is it boom bap, trappy? What kind
Like
of
when
thing?
Busta
am I going
Silas
to
is
go-
having a brain aneurysm right now.
Like that. Busta Rhymes does that one.
Aegeus, what on earth is... Oh, no.
He said a
Bard, of course.
velociraptor. What do you
Yes,
mean?
raptor, not a rapper.
Oh, it's
It's
a
like
T, not a D.
a tiny T-Rex that's more intelligent
Yes.
and more ferocious.
Does it have long
Silas.
arms like the big one?
No, actually, it's just got these fucking huge claws.
Yeah.
Like
These
Yeah.
ones have a
Is it
posable
big,
thumb,
big toe.
so they can open
Is
doors.
it bigger than, and I point up to Tiddlywinks, than him?
No, it's about the size of a large turkey.
What
Oh.
the hell is going on?
Oh, we're just gonna
That's
walk
the-
in and kick the shit out of those things. Turkeys?
Yeah, well,
Dude, I've kicked like
stomp 'em.
6 turkeys in my
Yeah,
life.
right. Okay,
Dude,
okay,
I'll
yeah, okay. So
hunt
these things
the
hunt
turkey.
in packs, and they are very, very intelligent.
And I'll turn to Silas and I'll be like, part of me wants to let him try though, right?
As long as they don't take the stegosaurus in, I'm happy for them to go and do whatever the fuck they want.
I mean, is it worth us trying to be stealthy getting in there? I say-
100%.
Or
I say us.
Just-
I mean the royal we.
Why can't we just ride, what did you call
yeah,
him?
Tiddlywinks.
Tiddlywinks? Yeah.
Tiddlywinks. And I just
Tiddly
pet him,
wink.
and I'm like, this is Lex and his brother Silas. They're good, don't worry. Yeah, and so I think we just jump on Tiddlywinks and stomp in there and get what we want, stomp out.
Jewel
Is that-
looks around to where the hell that came from.
growls. Oh no, that was Tiddlywinks.
Oh,
I
that's
just
all
pressed
right
the wrong button.
Wait.
It was meant to be that one.
So is stealth is that the way to go, or can we just go in guns blazing to scare the raptors away?
Well,
If you scare them out of their nest, they're just gonna come back round and probably kill you. I agree with Jewel. Like, no offense, she seems like she's got her head on her shoulders. She knows what she's doing. Stealth would absolutely be the right way.
Because I was thinking, like,
it's
if we
one
get
of my few traits
and they
that I
all
can.
scatter, and then I just create like a wall of force, so they can't get back in. We're just in the dome doing what we need to do.
Sorry, a wall of what?
An invisible force field.
You can do that?
He's like a
Yep.
Jedi. It's sick.
What's a Jedi? Who's
Are
got
you
one there?
dude? Who is this guy, Lex? He doesn't know any pop culture references.
He's lived in the jungle.
I get it. I just feel like he would have got some sort of like emissary, or someone would have been
Ask
like,
him
"Hey,
about-
by the way,
Jungle music, and he'd get it. Wicked, wicked. Jungle is massive. He'd understand that.
Fuck's sake. At this moment, there's a strange click and a whir from Cog, who sort of just... and then resets, and in Modron turns to you, Lex. Hello. When did you get back?
Are you okay, little buddy?
I think so, yes.
Does his frequency seem normal now, or does he still have the weird
What do you
attitude?
mean Arcana check?
Oh, 21.
Nice.
21. There is still the slightest off beat or off key, off pitch feeling in that resonance you get from him.
There's something going on with your frequency, man. It's you're not quite right. Oh, you
This
hear
place
everyone else. What
is
you hear is
strange.
Rear, rear, rear.
sound like a siren from the '80s." Fuck's sake.
And even Silas is just there like, what the fuck are they doing?
Or is it more like Will Smith in Men in Black 2 when he walks
Men in
into
Black,
the post
yeah.
office? Yeah.
Just beatboxing. Modron is now beatboxing,
Brilliant.
Matt. It's
Yeah,
canon.
there we go.
Oh, I can't
Oh,
beatbox
brilliant.
for shit.
Yeah, me neither.
I can do about boots and cats, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Silas is just sort of there going, what the fuck is going on? But Cog then sort of responds to you, this place is strange. Feels like home, but not.
Or, actually, if you think about it, I was from here straight to Mechanus when I was a child, so the veil between here and Mechanus must be thin. So you must be able to tap into the frequency of home.
It is more like the hive mind.
So you can... There's other Modrons here?
Sort of. And Cog just sort of looks down towards the ground, where as your head turns, you can see the moss, an overgrown body of a monodrone. A singular, circular body.
Shit.
Eye non-existent, a wing missing, gears exposed.
Do you think something went wrong when they went on the march?
I am not sure.
All right. Well, you get back in here and you just rest up.
Oh, hey Lex.
Okay.
I found some of these parts while we were coming towards the temple. I don't know whether they're of use to you. And Joel, she shows you some sort of items that are very similar to Cog, just bits of a cog from a previous trail. Again, not from him, but maybe they're useful.
I mean, yeah, they could be, but I'll stick them in my bag of holding.
So Lex, what do you want to do? Do you want to go in and try yours? Do you want me to go in first? Yours is plan B. Do we all just, go in screaming?
If Silas thinks stealth, I probably think he knows these places better than us. It's
Okay.
probably for the best.
Let's give it a go. All out Leroy Jenkins it if everything else goes wrong.
Yeah.
Who?
I knew a guy called Leroy Jenkins. He was once like an amazing hand member, but disappeared somewhere. Went off in a raid, never came back.
Yes,
Fuck
it
off!
was a
There's
weird
Silas
story.
and Lex and Leroy? What the fuck is going on with the naming conventions in this backward-ass jungle? Jesus!
Edgius,
What
is there any possibility that we can go to a place and you don't insult every single person in their culture before
So,
leaving?
You're right. Your culture's beautiful. Your trees are great. Your dinosaurs are awesome. I'm thankful to be here. Lex.
Once more with meaning, but anyway, let's go.
Looks up to Tiddlywinks and just sort of whispers in Tiddlywinks' ear, and Tiddlywinks very silently sort of, the shoulders come in, and it's almost like Tiddlywinks takes very careful, measured steps as you move forward.
How the fuck are you doing dressage with a stereo fucking Stegosaurus?
Stereo.
I mean, I
With a
trained
Stereosaurus.
Tiddlywinks from a calf, so I know this bull pretty well.
Wait, when? How do you know? You know Tiddlywinks?
Yeah,
Hang on,
I
did
trained
you think you
him.
tamed him and he's actually been a domesticated Stegosaurus this whole time?
Yeah.
That'd be so embarrassing.
I did. Wait. So
I mean,
Silas,
it feels like... Did you imprint?
That sounds
what
illegal.
Does
What's that mean?
imprinting? What does that mean? I
Did
just
the Stegosaurus smack seven bells of shit out of you after you kind of connected in some way?
And then you space dock?
Please don't tell me you
I
fucked the
roll up
Stegosaurus.
my-
Like, don't fuck the Stegosaurus.
I roll up a sleeve and there's just bruising all
fisted
the
it?
way down my arm. Yeah.
Silas is gonna look at Lex. You've got problems.
Hey,
Thank you, Silas. Point of respect gained. Let's keep moving.
Okay, nice.
I look
and
at you as if
quiet,
you've not been the
everyone.
bad influence this whole time. Like,
Right, silent as possible. Kevin, fair
Yeah,
play.
yeah.
It takes a lot to tame a Stegosaurus. Right.
Yeah,
pretty
but you're
changed Stegosaurus.
communicating with Tiddlywinks. How, like, is that a mind thing or a gesture,
it's just
touch
a-
thing?
Training thing, certain commands, certain words, certain actions.
Yeah, I'd like to learn that, Silas. I'd really be good, I think, at it if you could teach me.
I tend to converse in Yuan-Ti, which for anybody that needs a clue on what Yuan-Ti language is in Ardalia, it is Latin,
Nice.
Oh, I thought it was
chosen
I thought it
by
was
one
Parcel
Danny
Talk.
Hodge.
yeah, Lex Order is Latin for law and order, to be fair.
Okay.
Ironically, UNT is not one of my languages on my character sheet. Awkward.
Give it to yourself. You've got Yuan-Ti. It's fucking racial language, like bollocks to that. I'm not having that.
I'll put my pants on.
I mean,
So Silas
to be
looks at
fair,
you, Kevin,
he has
and just
been away
says,
for a long
if you-
time.
Yeah, you could have forgotten some of the language, and you were very young. So.
Yeah, I just
But
remember
Silas
all the
turns to
swear
you,
words.
Kevin, and goes, if you want him to be stealthy or quiet or move with care, then it's Silentium.
You say
that just
Silentium
say
or
that
think
word.
Silentium?
No, you say it.
Silent-
Like, I don't
Silentium.
have a telepathic connection with this beast. I'm just very good with
But
beasts.
I didn't seem like you said anything. It seemed like you whispered it. Yeah. Okay. Silentium is stealth. Okay, I got it. Okay. Well, we can pick up this training later on as we go, but I'll just remember that, I think.
Okay. Alright.
Um,
Quiet as we go then.
Joel's going to
I
take
turned to
the
Edgius.
tree branches route. Sorry, Kevin.
I turn to Edgius and I just elbow him and I say, look, Jewel gonna be Jewel. And we've got Lex's brother here, but fucking Cog was weirding me out, man. That wasn't Cog. I don't know if it was like Cog weirded out himself or a different version of Cog, or what are you doing?
the Stegosaurus movement is just very jarring, I'm not gonna lie. It's like I'm trying to see things and spot stuff and be useful to the team, but everything's just a motion blur, really, if I'm honest. It's colors and shapes going past me at quite a lot of speeds, and I'm really it's kind of like going through portal. I'm feeling...
No,
Silas turns around.
Shh, I'm gonna be sick. Shut the fuck up.
The fucking Stegosaurus.
I can't. I'm on now. I don't know how to get off once it
I'll
starts
create
moving.
a little wall of force around his head, which is basically an invisible astronaut ball, so he can just be sick into it, and they won't make any noise.
Oh, it's on my face.
It's sloshing around.
I'm swallowing it. It's going into my lungs.
Okay, everybody make me stealth checks, Edius with disadvantage, please.
Brilliant.
If you think about it, though, if he's a bag of bones on a Stegosaurus, it's just going to sound like a really shit wind chime, just like, or a xylophone.
Oh, phenomenal.
Oh my god,
love
another
you
natural
guys.
20.
You got natural
Jesus
20.
Christ, Danny.
Jesus Christ.
Stop it, Danny. Stop it.
Phenomenal.
I am using my
Natty 20.
jungle dice, so that's probably why.
Awesome. 23. That doesn't sound right. Yeah. No, that's not right. 33. My
I was
apologies.
going to
more
say
like
that
it.
seemed a bit low.
Apologies.
Yeah.
That's better.
26 for Aegeus as he silently vomits all over himself in a wall of force.
With disadvantage, you rolled 26.
I have a plus 12 to stealth, so I rolled a 14.
My life. Well played.
Fucking hell.
And Cavan?
20 minus 14.
What?
Minus 14.
Minus 14?
I said 20 minus 14. Big 6.
Oh.
You got a big six.
Okay.
Oh, right, got you.
Fucking hell. I was like,
Everybody's
your-
maths wasn't mathing there. Very good. And let's roll for
6. So you're just walking along, just trying to shout at this Stegosaurus like, 6.
Despite Cavan tripping over and like getting clobbered by a Stegosaurus tail as it swings to and fro, Silas sort of catches Cavan and lifts him up, and between the how many of you are there? There's 4, 5, 6, 7 of you now, with Takami and Callum also following on. Between the 7 of you, you managed to
Be
creep
stealthy.
closer
Take a
and
party of
closer.
7.
I mean, technically, we also left with Bothric and Soraya as well, so technically there's fucking 9
They've
of us.
stayed, for the sake of managing this shit show, they've stayed with the
Dude, we're about to
They've
fucking
stayed in the
napalm this nest of raptors with the amount of spellcasters and like high level. These are little raptors. We're about to do some crazy war crimes up in here to these poor.
Edges, you're going to eat your words so
things.
badly.
Very good. You get further and further into the jungle. I would like everybody to make me perception checks, and Jewel, because you're so high up, I'm going to give you disadvantage on this one.
I'm gonna
I usually
take
have
disadvantage
advantage,
as well,
so
Matt.
I'll straight roll.
I
if that's all right.
channeled Cavan and rolled a 6.
Nice.
I channeled Lex and rolled a 23.
I also
Fucking hell.
I channeled Cavan and got a 6 plus 12, 18.
Your perception is fucking mental.
It's ridiculous.
Edius?
Somehow, Aegeus, while rolling with disadvantage and throwing up in a wall of force, got a 24.
Sorry, no, sorry. I must remember that. Reliable talent, I therefore rolled a 22.
Nice.
I cannot roll
Your-
below a 10 on
Your
anything I'm
perception
proficient
is
in.
nearly the same as my armor class, Dave. Your plus. So your perception is
Insane.
better.
Yeah.
All of you, then, I think, apart from anybody who rolled a 6. So Lex is just there trying to maintain stealth. Like, it's that Scooby-Doo villain sort of stealth walk, I imagine. But all of you begin to see bones protruding from the floor.
cousin.
Which I imagine in the force bubble just comes out.
I'm gonna tap Kevin on the shoulder and be like, "Hey, if everyone gets on top of the Stegosaurus, these things he said are like larger turkeys. We could probably just like poke them from up here."
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, Tiddlywinks is a real asset right now. As long as, look, what? Just say Silentium, and Tiddlywinks just goes even quieter. Should we just shout out to Jewel to come on to? Hey, Lex, come on up here.
I'll break the wall of force so all the sick just spills out onto Cavern.
Oh, why? It's just fucking why?
It wasn't me. It was Lex. It's your stupid dinosaur that I love because it's gonna protect us with its little fucking shield back spits.
Yeah, but it was definitely you. That wasn't Lex. That was you. Oh. Yeah, should we see if that smells too, dude. That's fucking
That
what did
fucking
you
lizard. Those fucking lizards that they were feeding us, dude. Those fucking lizards, they're nasty. Why don't they only eat lizards? It's so disgusting. I don't understand. There's so many other
eat
types of
rabbits
meat.
too.
Why has no one given us a rabbit then? The fuck
really
am I
hard to
eating
catch.
6 lizards then?
Look, Edges.
'Cause we're cannibals.
First of all, stop moving your head like that and just concentrate on like one thing in the distance, and that will even things out for you. That will stop the whole like head spinning,
I have no
motion
abs.
sickness.
There's no core here.
Well-
It's just a spine.
Okay,
some
The
Look at
Cavern
this.
just puts her staff in your spine to straighten you up. You just stuck them up.
I swear that Jewel must be above this just chattering conversation, like just saying in her head, "Fucking stealth, guys."
Even though it's all whispered, Silas is just there and he looks at Lex and goes, "Seriously, shut the fuck up."
Oh, hey, come up here. Up here. Up here.
Come into the sick bucket.
No, I'm good. Do you guys not know like fucking sign language or something? How do you do this normally?
Yeah. Like this.
Yeah.
And then you go
Do you know?
like this.
Oh no, we can't do that. I thought we could telepate. I thought we could talk
Telepate?
telepathically to each other, but we can't. I was looking at the Star Touch crystal. We can communicate telepathically with elementals and fays and fiends, but not each other.
I would say, therefore, that you do get a ping of frustration from above you, from the from the crystal.
Oh, Jules mad. Jules mad.
I think a bird.
Quiet
above
time,
us is
guys. Quiet
angry.
time.
Right. Shh.
Okay.
Almost at the nest. Look out for fresh shit piles. If it still smells, they're nearby.
Okay.
I volunteer to not
Based
smell
on-
the shit.
Oh, you'll smell
What does this shit look like?
I've been putting up with your shit for
I don't know,
months.
like eggs, if you like. It's just a pyramid of
Just
little balls.
okay. All right.
And at that moment, you'll just hear it as I just go. You mean like this? And I'll hold it in my foot.
Did you just fucking kill Dave off?
Full volume.
Okay then. Okay.
Do you want to sniff my shoe?
No, I absolutely do not.
It smells pretty fresh.
Do I?
Yes, and always.
Ooh.
You
Shh,
hear
shh, shh.
subtle sounds in the jungle.
I look
that
at the
sounded
jewel.
like a
Silence
moped.
is just
There's someone on a fucking moped in this joint. What the fuck is that about? Someone on a Vespa up here. Did someone order Deliveroo? What the fuck?
Oh,
Sorry.
stick. My stomach muscles actually hurt.
Yeah.
Jesus. Right. Yes, you hear that, and Silas instantly just freezes with his finger on his lips, just like. Jungle seems very quiet all of a sudden. No bird song, no insects. Looks left, looks right. I would like everybody to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Nice.
God damn it, Silas! I'm signing to you, but you're not fucking. I'm signing to someone who doesn't even see
I
me.
had no idea what the fuck you were doing.
27 from
Respect
Jewel.
loss.
I mean, you can do it
14
at
from
advantage,
Lex.
you're in a tree.
I'm in a tree. Let's just see if I can do any better than that. I can't. It's still a 27.
Dex.
14 from Lex.
17 from Cavan.
Oh, I'm feeling good about these.
22 from Edgius.
Can I roll for Twinkle, Tiddlywinks?
Single toes.
Twinkles.
Yeah, you absolutely
toes?
can. Where are we?
Whoa.
Googling. The Stegosaurus have toes.
So, D20 plus -1.
Oof.
To 16.
It's
better than me. Tiddlywinks did better than me.
They did indeed. As I just update. There we go. Very good. So anybody that rolled a 15 or below, which I think is just Lex.
Yep.
10 of these large turkey-like reptiles just spring out of nowhere, and everybody sort of ducks out of the way. You notice as Tiddlywinks just sort of rears up out of the way as this little velociraptor just jumps up. One of them pounces on you, Lex, and unfortunately I did roll a natural 20 with my attack as well, which means you are going to say, where's my fucking D4?
Can I use my
Of
reaction
course.
to cast Anticipate Attack?
Oh,
Oh, fucking.
Go on,
Of
you little
course you can.
slut.
So, essentially, in a flash of foreknowledge, so I hear the noise and instinctively I get a flash forward in time of us about to get bomb rushed, so I can move up to half my speed without provoking an opportunity attack. The attack still occurs, but misses automatically because it attacks the bit where I was,
That is
unless there's somebody else in the
sexy.
way.
Fucking marvellous.
So you absolutely can. There's this moment where this velociraptor sort of flying through the air, claws extended as it goes to pounce on you, and you're just suddenly not there. And it lands on the ground, and then you just hear these snarls and roars as this pack of velociraptors now surround you, all in melee range of anybody on the ground. And we're going to Theatre of the Mind this shit as well, just to keep it flowing.
Nice.
And so I need everybody to roll me initiative, please.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's good.
Terrible.
I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that.
No. Absolute garbage.
It's
isn't it?
Tom rolling house bricks. Fucking hell, that was loud.
Dude, I'm rolling out the tower, and it twice. The first 2 times it skipped out of the tower. It's done a Danny twice for me. So that's why I'm like fucking backstopping over here.
Amazing.
But I got a good roll.
Nice.
But while this is all happening, I yell to Silas, what's the word for stop?
The word for stop or stomp?
Stomp! Fucking tiddlywink, stomp!
Oh, you want to use attack? Impetum!
Impetum, okay. What about tail whip?
It's like a
It's all the
Pokemon.
same fucking thing!
Okay, alright.
And you notice now you've shouted impetum, Tiddlywinks has sort of landed on the ground. It's almost like the haunches are up, but you can see the tail now swinging violently. Tiddlywinks has entered initiative order. So
How the
Tiddlywinks
fuck
will be
did
going.
Cavan get a Pokemon out of all of this?
With some very, very good rolls last week. Excellent stuff. So, scores on the doors. Sorry, initiative rolls.
10. Awful.
Oh,
What? I
Jesus.
got 18.
Awful.
18 for Lex. Edgius.
10.
Oh!
10 as well. Cavan.
15.
Wow.
15.
Tiddlywinks is up first.
Kami gets 12. Callum is gonna. Callum gets a 21. Because why the fuck not? And there we go. So first up is Callum, who is just with one of these velociraptors in front of him, takes out that Gilbalban blade and is just going to swing towards them with an 8 plus stuff. Do you know what? I need to bring his character sheet up. So I'm going to say what have they got? I'm actually going to say he misses with that one. Just because I'm going to take the dice roll. So Callum just sort of and misses. And then it's just like, these things are fucking quick, darlings. And then Lex, over to you.
So are they all bundled together in a
There's sort of everything. They're in melee range with all of you right now. They're sort of surrounding you and within you. It's a clusterfuck of you and dinosaurs right now.
So the one who I narrowly avoided with my anticipated attack, I'm then just going to instinctively hit it with a sorcerer's burst, which is a 21 to hit.
21's absolutely going to hit.
With 3d8, and this is the one where if I roll an 8, I keep rolling to add the damage to it. Come on, I didn't get an 8 though, but that is 14 points, and I'm going to go with thunder damage.
Okay, 14 points of thunder damage.
Hoping the crackle of
describe
the
to me
noise
what your
will freak 'em
spell
out.
looks like.
So this, with it being my sorcerer's burst, it's almost just pure energy coming out of me, and if it's thunder damage, it's almost a cloud forms out of my hand, and then the sound wave goes out.
Excellent stuff.
Everyone knows we're
As
here
it
now.
hits, then and you are like you see birds just fly around, but one of these velociraptors gets struck by your spell and is just catapulted off as you kill it straight outright.
Nice.
Fucking right, I did. And I'll just look at my brother and be like, as if to,
He's
as
just
if
there
to,
with a
check that he's
spear in
proud of
hand,
me.
like, what the fuck was that? Anything else in your turn?
Nope. I'll stay within close range with the group, so we're all like back-to-back Power Ranger style.
Excellent stuff. So yeah, I will say you all form this little ring back to back amongst you all. And yes, after that we have the Velociraptor's turn. So the way I'm going to do this is I am going to roll once for them all to attack you.
Yeah.
And if it beats your armor class, you're going to take at least one hit. Alright? So they make 2 attacks. So bite attack from them all first is shit. That is a grand total of 9. So they all miss with their bite attacks. And then a 15 with their claw attacks. Does that hit anyone?
That gets me.
Nope.
It definitely hits Callum.
Yeah, it's me as well.
Yep.
Cavan as well.
Excellent stuff. So that will be...
Does it hit me if I'm still up on Tiddlywinks?
Yes. It's a claw. It sort of
Okay.
like jumps and claws at you.
What was it, Matt? What was the total, sorry?
15.
15.
It was a 15 to hit.
Cool, I'll shield. And one... actually, no, I won't, because fucking Lex's brother doesn't know that I do magic, and I fucking wasn't going to do magic in front of him. Shit. I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, you're going to take 6 points of slashing damage, which Tiddlywinks also takes.
Tiddles.
Callum is going to take.
That'll just scratch his outer skin, surely he'll be fine.
Just rub some mud in it, innit?
Just rub some mud in it. Just spit on it.
Alright, Matt,
Don't
calm
talk
down.
dirty,
We've all got... I was going to say, whoa. Got to pay
Right.
double for
I
that.
don't think now's the right time for a hawk tour. I don't think that's...
Very good. Excellent stuff. I think that was everybody that got hit. Yet Takami's AC is too high. So that
What
will
was the
be the
damage?
Velociraptors go. We are 6 points
What
of
was the
damage.
damage?
6 points of slashing damage.
I missed that. Sorry.
6
Yep.
slashing. That's all right. Very good. With that, we are then over to Cavan.
Can I first direct Tiddlywinks to do a tail sweep?
Tiddlywinks has got his own order and initiative.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of directing Tiddlywinks to do that when it is their turn. And then I will kind of get up high on Tiddlywinks' neck and use one of the what do you call those Stegosaurus blade things as one of those plates, almost as cover, and then I'll just aim with precision for a guiding bolt in the crowd of the biggest cluster I can see of these velociraptors.
Okay, I'll give you advantage on that attack because there's many of them in that cluster.
Nice.
Whoops. Let's see here.
Yeah, not damage.
So 24. So it's a 24 to hit.
Nice. That will hit.
Nice. And that is 14 points of damage in the crowd.
Excellent. So I'm basically taking their whole pool of HP as one big pool of HP. So you strike in and totally take one of the velociraptors out with this guiding bolt. It just fizzles in holy fire. And another one sort of gets a scorch mark down its side, which then just begins to glow quite brightly amongst this pack of velociraptors. Any attacks now, I believe, as per guiding bolt, get advantage against these creatures because they are glowing quite brightly. And Silas again just looks around going, so we've all got fucking weird abilities? What the fuck is going on?
Dude, just do what you do. Just take care of your own business. Well, we all got all kinds of shit here.
Yeah, no shit.
Edges, this is a good angle. If you got something, this is from high above. They're not. I don't think they can. Edgius. I slap Edgius.
Ow! Dude, this thing is like a fucking bucket bronco!
Yo, focus here. We need to clean out these fucking raptors. Do something that will do maximum damage to maximum raptors.
I'm gonna grab Kevin by the head and be like, I'm going to! But Jewel has to do something before I do something!
Okay, I'm not sure why, but...
I don't know, it's the way of the universe. I don't know why things happen. There seems to be a big blonde man in my head that keeps telling me shit.
Alright, fine, get down! And I just grab Edgius's head and I pull him down behind.
Whoa! As one goes flying over us.
Yeah.
At this moment then, Takami just pulls out that purple dragon staff, looks back at you and Cavan, Edgius. Just anything, and she is going to... Where is she? Scroll all the way up. There we go. She is going to roll with her staff. That's a bit shit, but they get advantage because of guiding bolts. That's better. That is 25 to hit. So she is going to do... Where's my d8? There's a d8. She's going to do 6, 7, 8, 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and she is also going to use her ability with that to pump in an extra d8 of psychic damage, which is 2, so that brings it for a total of 10. And she, as one of these velociraptors just sort of springs at her, she just smacks it in the side of the head, knocks it to the floor, and outright kills it.
Oof, nice. Nicely done, Takami.
Excellent stuff. With Takami's go done, we are then over to Edgius.
Oh, has Jewel gone?
Jewel is after you.
Really? I've got a higher dex, haven't I?
Yeah, I was gonna say much higher.
For whatever reason, this has put it after. But fine, I think that's probably done it as alphabetical order. So, yeah, sorry, Jewel, you go first.
Cool. I'm shooting at one of the ones that is flying over Edgius and Cavan, I think. I'm going to use the hand crossbow, trying to stay
Nice.
up and not get into melee with these guys. Because I think that Lex obliterated the one that nearly went for him. Is that right, or am I wrong on that one?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So
that's
I'm going
gone.
for one of the ones that are flying over the Stegosaurus to just try and look after these guys. So I rolled an 18 to hit.
18's absolutely going to hit.
So it's 29 damage for that one.
29 points of damage.
Yeah, because sorry, no, bear with. I do need to check. I assumed that I get sneak attack because they're near Edgius and Cavern, but also I'm stealth. Yep. I believe that the stealth alone means that they ain't going to get me. So 29 points of damage. So hopefully I just take one out.
I'm going to say this. Well, this crossbow bolt not only goes through the one that's flying, but punctures straight through the soft tissues out the other side and hits another one, goes through that one as well, and then hits a third one, which just sort of, the bolt just lands in its side and it sort of roars. But the other two just out dead.
Cool. I don't really mind how many are left. She's still going to move, using her movement, jump over
half
to
the group left.
Going to jump over to another tree, but a bonus action hide. Oh, Jesus Christ. 34. Stealth check.
Jewel disappears.
See you in the next campaign, guys.
Jewel is gone.
She gone.
Yeah, Jewel's just disappeared into the ether, totally.
And
Jewel is so hidden that darkness can't find it.
But yeah, there's a bit of splatter onto the back of Cavern's head and onto the front of Edgius's face, just from this bolt going straight through one of these other ones. But then there's just this dark shadow that just jumps from one tree to another one, and she's gone again.
Excellent
Nice,
stuff.
Jewel. Wait, Jewel. Where the fuck Jewel go?
It's mixing in with the vomit on my face. Oh, it's all so disgusting.
There's a very silent smile from Jewel, just giggling at what those two are doing down on the Stegosaurus. That's my go.
Stuff. Very good. Edgius.
I wipe Edgius's face.
Oh, thanks,
Get like
buddy. Get in the eye holes. Get in the sockets. Get in there with your. Use your t-shirt. Get in the sockets.
I'm fucking using my thumb. My thumb like deep into the sockets. Alright,
Last week it was toe sucking. This time it's eye hole fingering.
Hey, still searching for that kink. That's Edgius's motivation.
I've seen that category on the hub.
Yeah, I bet you have. Edgius will then be like, okay, enough! And he will reach to his back, and like in that moment, I like to think that Bothric, who's with us, probably is
Who's
like...
not with us?
He's not with us, he's back at the temple.
Silas.
Oh, he's at the
Silas.
temple. Never mind. Oh, yeah, of course. Never mind. Well, you know what? I'm just going to grab my bow, and I'm going to pop up from behind one of the things. I'm going to knock 2 arrows, and I'll make 2 attacks on 2 separate homies.
Okay.
When did you get a bow and arrow?
Union City? That's a
Now this
15
I know.
and a 19.
Both.
Why are you not doing the hide behind the sword thing?
Because
He's hiding behind the plates already.
Because I'm trying to be better. And I'm gonna shoot off these arrows. Both hit. So I'm gonna make both of them defensive flourishes.
Okay.
And so first things first. Let me just grab my hit dice. What is my hit dice? Fucking short break D6. Beautiful. Okay. So, oh, beauty. Beauty. So it's 9. Oh god. It's 15 damage to one creature, and
Just give me the total.
So 15 plus 5, so 20 plus 1, 26. 26 total damage from the 2 arrows. And Edgius also gains 8 to his armor class until the I think it's until the end of the turn. So my next turn.
Nice. So as those 2 arrows fly out again, one of them strikes in and just kills one of the velociraptors outright. Another one punches through, kills it. You like pierce the heart. It goes out the other side and lands in the sort of rear thigh of one of the velociraptors towards the back of this group, and they're still sort of darting around all over the place, but seriously injured at this point. Anything else in your turn?
Oh, I still have a bonus action. Shit.
Yeah, you do.
I'll turn and be like, Lex, show your brother what's up. Bardic inspiration for Lex.
Nice.
Let's fuck some shit up.
Very good. If that is the end of your turn, then
That's it. Yeah.
Silas,
I'll
who's
duck
been
down
sort of
behind
frozen
cover.
there for a minute. Silas rolled a really shit initiative, but he then just takes this spear, and as you look at it, there are these runes etched in the side of it. But he then just takes that and launches it towards the group of velociraptors, and rolls a natural 1.
Cheers. Thanks, Silas.
Distracted by all this magic, it's just, and it lands in the dirt next to one of these velociraptors, and he just there like, oh shit. Then draws a longsword, hard way it is then, and then runs in to make his second attack, which is better that time. It's a 14, and because he's two-handing this,
Double fisting.
he's gonna roll double fisting it. He rolls a total of a 10. So as he goes to run towards his spear, there's essentially 2 of these velociraptors left, and he just slides on his knees and takes the legs off one of the velociraptors, clean takes them out, then turns and just sort of finishes it off with a strike to the neck. Kills that, and is then stood face to face with this final velociraptor. But it's no longer his turn. We are then over to Tiddlywinks. So Tom, I would like you to roll me for Tiddlywinks' tail attack, which is a d20 plus 7.
Come on, Tiddlywinks.
Oh, it's not great. That's plus 7, so that's an 11. Well, I'd say 18.
18 is pretty good. That's going to hit. So with one velociraptor left, I would like you to now roll me 66 plus 5 piercing damage.
Whoa!
66
You're gonna make
plus
velociraptor
5.
soup.
It's just going to be a feathers.
Do they have feathers?
Feathers?
Dinosaurs had feathers.
That's
Yeah, true.
22.
22.
Total.
Tom,
Yeah.
how does Tiddlywinks do this?
Tiddlywinks sees. How many velociraptors are there that are being
One.
This
One left.
This one. Okay. Tiddlywinks sees this velociraptor take off from the ground, and Kevin says to it, "Timing is everything. Hit it out of the park." And then he says, "Impentum." And at that point, you see Tiddlywinks
It's
kind of
impetum!
like, yeah, that too. And Kevin sees sees Tiddlywinks kind of measuring this flying velociraptor as if it's like a baseball or a cricket ball coming right at it, and it kind of wiggles its tail a little bit, and then winds up and swings through as if it's trying to crank it as far as it possibly can. It wants to win the long distance fucking contest here. Knock it out of the forest.
Excellent stuff. And as Tiddlywinks spins and that spiked tail strikes, it impales the velociraptor, but then the sheer velocity just... And then the velociraptor's dying thoughts as it flies into the distance and disappears into its speck. It just screams, "Team Rocket's blasting off again!"
Nice. Nice.
And we are out of combat with Tiddlywinks then just sort of huffing and giving that low growl with content.
Good boy.
Silas pulls
Good
the
boy.
spear out of the ground, looks around. "I take it all back. You guys are really fucking handy in a fight." Like, what's all the magic shit? Where did this come from?
Hey,
Not
From-
here.
Where did Jewel go? Like, I
Yeah.
saw her for a second and she's gone.
From above,
Yeah, she does that.
you do hear.
Yeah.
You are the loudest motherfuckers I've ever travelled with. I cannot believe it.
Love you too.
She's not wrong.
No, but she's not wrong.
So
but
she
we
is
got
your
the job
girlfriend?
done.
No.
Wait, what? Wait,
Wait,
what?
who?
There's
He
an
just said he
arrow
loved
that-
her. Like,
There's an arrow
What?
that flies very close to Silas.
I love everybody here.
point taken.
I love
Edgius
everybody.
looks at his unnocked
Okay, we're-
bow and wonders where the arrow came from. How did that? Did I do? He counts his arrows in his.
I
quiver.
would now
2,
like
4,
everybody
6.
to make me either an Arcana or a Perception check,
A
please.
perception for Jewel, for sure.
Definitely Arcana for me.
For
Oh
sure.
my god. Perception.
22 perception.
18 for
13
me.
perception.
18 Arcana.
with
Arcana.
Arcana. Sorry, Tom, that was what with Perception?
13 perception. 13.
13 Perception. Edge?
13 on perception, but Edgius is a bit distracted. I'm trying to recover my 2 arrows that I shot into the raptor, so I can.
And you managed
not
to get
lose
one
my-
back because one of them is just fucking ruined, having gone through one creature and into another. Um,
Perfect.
Anybody that rolled a 15 or above them, with Perception, you would see that the ground is littered with velociraptor blood, but it's like the ground is soaking it up. Lex, you're the only one that rolled with Arcana, and you feel power rising from the ground. There's a slight tremble in the earth.
Guys, something's happening.
Huh?
Yeah, no, we just
I'm
we
sensing,
slaughtered
I'm
the
sensing a
fucking-
power surge.
Oh no, the raptors are dead, dude. We rinsed those. They're gone now.
No, the ground. Feel the ground.
No, that's
And you will
that's
now
that's
notice
Tiddlywinks.
this mound of earth growing and growing and
Oh.
growing.
Fuck is that?
And eventually, a
giant mole.
colossal, what looks like a jawbone erupts out of the floor. And hooked on one of these gigantic teeth is a stone gear.
Grab it.
Okay. No,
There it is.
no, no,
There's
no,
one
no.
of the things.
No, everyone stop. I've made this mistake before. Lex,
What?
Let's
you're
use
the
your
cog
arms then.
guy. What? You're the cog guy. You go pick it up. This is your world. Go slowly though, and like maybe
God
do like
damn you.
testing for magic.
Yes, that makes sense. For God's sake, yes. Okay. Beat it with
Don't
my
you
own
have
logic.
that like? Don't you have that like, magic thing? Like, something wrong with it?
I think Edgius had the wall of force put around his
Has
face
Edgius just
again.
had a stroke?
Yeah, I was going to say, your sound went
Dude,
really funky there. It was like,
that was
Lex just
brilliant.
went,
Your mic
wall of
fucking
force.
stroked out.
It's a
Perfect.
warboard.
Absolutely phenomenal.
I will.
As everyone tunes Edgius out for a second.
Yes,
and
that's
continues
exactly what
thinking
that
of
sounds like.
things.
If I've cast silence on you, I've just learnt it out of nowhere. I will hold Cog out, and you know, back in the day when you used to hold a phone to a speaker and it used to go did.
Yeah.
If I hold Cog towards the ear, do I get like a weird interference, or does anything happen?
What you notice as Cog gets closer to this gear is he begins to twitch more and more and more. And the light, sort of the torch effect that every now and again he has, or the projector, goes off, on, and just blinks continuously as you get closer and closer.
Jewel will also very quickly fold up into a very rudimentary paper aeroplane the sketch that she did and fly it down to, I don't know, Cavern or Silas.
The way you described that, Van, I imagine Jewel had folded her limbs into a paper aeroplane and was just going to jump off the tree. Brilliant. Make me a straight dex check then with your throwing of this paper aeroplane.
Oh, phenomenal. That's brilliant. 23. Yeah.
23. You float this paper aeroplane perfectly down towards the group. Sorry, Danny, you were saying with Cog.
So as she's doing that, I'm like, well, I guess this is the right place. And as I am about to pick it up, I'll try and harmonize myself with the frequency of Mechanus as I pick it up.
Matt, just quickly before Danny reaches to grab it, Can I do an investigation check to try and understand the flashes that Cog is making? See if there's any sort of like Morse code, like technological language being used in these flashes, as if there might be a message or anything like that that is
You
being
can make me an
conveyed.
investigation check or another Arcana check.
Ooh. Let's go with investigation. That's a 17.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you see these flashes and it's projecting onto the ground. And as you just zone into it and try and capture what the images are, and it's really quick. But there's two distinct images. There is what looks like a watering hole and a statue of an antlered beast. And these just flick on and off, but with your amazing check there, you managed to get those two images.
Lex, you're all good. Touch the thing. Good luck, buddy. I just will take a concerted step backwards.
And then I will... That distracts me from what I was trying to do. So any roll you was about to ask me to make, Matt, is now with disadvantage probably, as I've gone, what? What did you say? As I'm reaching out to grab it.
Wait, Lex! Wait, Lex!
Fantastic. Make me a charisma check, straight charisma check, with disadvantage as you try to tap into the abilities or the connection to Mechanus.
That's right, 14.
14. There's a moment where your fingers brush against this stone gear and pain pierces through your brain. And not only for your brain, but sort of a sharp piercing pain at the base of your neck. It's like being stabbed in the neck once again. I would like you to take 3 points of psychic damage, please.
3 points.
As your mind is bombarded with rapid flashes of two images. A watering
hole in the statue.
A statue. And almost in unison with Cog's flashes, your brain just... And it's too quick to process, even for a mind as formidable as yours. And as you drop to a knee, Cog falls down, inert.
This wasn't the place where I was sacrificed, was it?
Nope.
Okay, good.
Edges, go take care of fucking Lex. And I pull out a rope and I start making a little like lasso thing on it. Go tend to Lex.
Jewel drops down out of nowhere, probably next to Lex. Are you okay?
I think Jewel and Edgius like arrive simultaneously and almost like make eye contact as they both like wrap arms around Lex and go to like help him.
Oh, hey guys.
Lex.
Lex.
Yeah.
You okay, buddy?
No, I can't see. All I can see is a watering hole and a statue with antlers. But it's like flickering through my head. Flickering.
Yeah, I saw it too. Cog did a projection thing. I saw it too. Here, let's get you away. Has the gear fallen, Matt, or is it like still? Is it still like what's
still
happening?
Looped around this tooth.
Okay.
I'm lassoing it right now.
Nice. Yeah, go for it.
Nice.
So I throw the lasso to try to just get it around the gear so that I can hook it and then pull it off of the tooth.
Very good. Make me a dex check, please.
That is fucking... I think that's a fail, guys. Dex, what? So just Dex, could it be
just
acrobatics?
Straight Dex. Not really. Because you're trying to loop it round and pull it off.
Can I
do a backflip while you do it?
Don't let it touch me. Don't let it touch you. And can I grab his ankle and cast guidance on him so he can add a D4 to the roll?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh fuck, Lex, you have my bardic inspiration. Fuck.
With a D4?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is a 4, so it's a 12 plus 4 is a 16.
16.
Nice.
You do manage to loop this lasso around them with the additional guidance of Lex and sort of connect or sort of loop it round in the teeth of the gear and then just pull. It boom, pops off and then just thunk, lands in the ground as you then pull back like a fishing rod.
Yeah, and I'm
as
just
you do
reeling
that,
it in.
and you start to reel it in, and then you sort of grab Lex, get to his feet. Cog has fallen down, just inert to the floor.
Jewel will grab
Sort of
Cog.
a little divot on the floor. You all turn to Silas, who is white as a sheet, mouth agape, looking at where his brother has just fallen to his knees again in front of him. And we are going to go to break.
Oh, PTSD.
Good one.
Kick it. He's had a Vietnam flashback, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
Lex
You
does
weren't
this all
there,
the
man.
time, Silas. This is like polo practice for our group. We all just take it in turns to die every now and then. It's pretty chill,
I
actually.
really
You're
don't
gonna
think
be
that's
sound.
going to help Silas at all.
Let's get a break, and then
Edge
we'll
is actually
handle
already
that
dead,
on the second
believe it or
time.
not. That'll help.
All right. See you in a minute.
Brilliant. Let's be back in a few.
Hi-oh.
There we go.
Hey-o.
We're all back. Very good. I know it was a really quick break as well, so thanks for that, folks. Thanks for that, team. Getting back to it, getting back to the magic. Just before we do get back to the magic, though, I have just been reached out to by a fellow UK creator on TikTok, so I said I'd give them a quick shout out just to say hello. So, Dicebound UK, good to have you with us, and good to see you. Please, anybody that's interested in more UK creators, collaborators, go give them a follow and a subscribe across their various platforms. youtube.com/@DiceboundUK. So good stuff. Excellent. Right. Let's get back into it then. You've all just picked Lex up off his knees where he's got this pain in his head, but it also grabbed at the back of his neck. Cog has fallen down to the floor, totally inert. Jewel has sort of collected him, and you all turn to see Silas stood, frozen, white as a sheet, mouth agape, eyes wide, and the pupils just pinpricks at this moment, and sort of the bottom of his jaw just quivering.
What is it? What's happened? Thinking there's more danger on the horizon or something.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Are you all right?
Oh, me? Yeah. It was just I had visions, and it just was a searing pain in my head. But I'm okay. Oh,
Fuck's sake.
I've just realised why he's panicking. No, honestly, I'm okay. I'm stronger now.
I can't do that twice in a lifetime.
Well, you won't
I go
have
to Silas and I give him
because,
I give him a wineskin. Just kind of pass a wineskin to him to, hey mate, take a drink of this. Look, man, we get into some hairy situations, and we wouldn't let anything happen to Lex, and Lex wouldn't let anything happen to us. And that's just how we do things. So it might seem like some of us or one of us is in trouble, and they might be. But we all know when someone's in trouble. And we make sure that they're only in trouble and nothing more.
I can see. And he takes a deep shuddering breath and another swig, and just, I can see why you said you're the surrogate big brother. Thanks, Kevin.
I pull out a business card and I'm like, yeah, and like, dude, it's early days and everything, but we do have a little business, and we're always recruiting, and it's almost like you're pre-qualified because you're
legacy.
You're
He's a
related to
legacy.
Lex. Yeah, it's
You-
not. We
he's
don't
a
call
nepo
it
baby.
Actually, he sort of snaps out in it at this moment. Are you actually shitting me? This is the third business card you fuckers have given me.
Oh,
I
did
just looks around. Oh my god, guys. Our marketing conversation worked. High fives, everyone. We're doing it. We're getting out there, guys. Edges is gonna go around and just high five everyone. As I high five Lex, I'm gonna cast second level Cure Wounds. Lex, you can roll 4d8 and +5 to it.
Well, fucking hell! I've only got 9 points to get back. I'm back to full health.
Yeah, buddy.
Thank you.
Jewel finally therefore looks down at this gear on the floor. So, now what?
Well, if you touch it, you get visions of a statue with antlers and a watering hole. Does that mean anything to you, Silas?
I mean, there's a watering hole not far from here.
Is it on the map? Are they on the map?
I mean, that wasn't a map. That was just a picture of this. And as you look at the picture that Jewel drew and hold it up, it's almost like a picture-perfect sketch that you just take away, perfectly replicates the terrain in front of you.
Oh,
those are the two other places. The two other places. If we just go to the watering hole and then to the statue, that's where the other gears are. And if you already know where the watering hole is, Silas, we might already be heading toward the next gear.
How big is the gear?
Probably about, I don't know, half a meter wide.
Would it fit in my bag of holding?
Yeah, similar. I mean, anything
I've dragged it up.
It just... Okay,
I've dragged it up and I've just...
Kevin, are you holding it or are you
it
just
around.
holding it by the rope?
No, I've dragged it up onto Tiddlywinks' back and just kind of secured it on there. I haven't touched it yet, though.
Okay. You notice as the stone gear brushes across Tiddlywinks' back, then Tiddlywinks has no reaction to it.
Oh, you wanker.
Hang on a minute. Why did I have a brain aneurysm and old bloody Steggy over here is fine?
You took it for the team, Lex, like a fucking champion. Like the champion you are.
So wait, does that mean there's no more like... There's no more like shock action to the gear? One person takes it and then that's done for everyone else?
I don't know, let me check.
Or is
I'll
it
put
just...
my hand on it again.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, yeah. Make me another charisma saving throw, please.
For fuck's sake.
I rolled a 1.
Oh, my God.
How much more healing do you have, Edges?
As Edgius
gonna
witnesses
take
Lex...
5 points of psychic damage. As again, these images flash through your brain, and Silas just grabs your hand. No, sorry, Edgius, go.
Edgius is going to look at Lex with possibly the most pride he's looked at anyone in since his son. As Lex, unthinking, acting completely out of pure guttural reaction, touches the cog again and gets zapped. Edgius is just stunned, proud, and knows that a part of him rubbed off on Lex somewhere along this journey.
No, it's definitely got juice. It's not a one-time deal. Oh, God.
Oh, nice one! I'll hit you with a level 1, level 1 cure wounds. So 2d8 plus
Silas is going to look Lex dead in the eye. Stop touching the fucking gear.
Oh, God, it's like I'm 10 years old again. Be told off for touching stuff.
The star sign that we were seeing, the constellation of stars, was of antlers and a deer. Was it not?
You saw 4 different constellations in your time. So there was the constellation of Anarion sort of symbol, but when you were looking at the gears, there were 3 different ones. There was a bear, a wolf, and a serpent.
Right. Okay.
That's not how does it?
Using Jules' sketch and the things that I saw from Cog, I will then create, Matt, in front of us two scenes that are about 10 feet wide, and they're almost like miniature holographic dioramas of these like scenes, almost perfectly to scale. You know, all the details that I saw, all the stuff that Jewel has added in her sketches, and I'll cast Silent Image to bring those 2 things up, and I'll be like, "Yo, Silas, does that help? Is that a bit more specific? You can like walk around."
And Silas has been totally distracted. Didn't notice you cast any cure wounds on Lex, and at this moment, as energy just bursts from your hands, he just, "What the fuck?" So you can do magic too? Shit, fuck my life. And just
Gotcha.
walks
Walking
out
skeleton.
into the silent image.
It's a solid point.
I didn't know he could actually cast shit. I just thought he was a fucking undead. Jesus Christ. I don't know who that is, but by the gods. Right, this is where we are right now. Go.
Does the area we're in resemble any of the three things we were looking at? Serpent, bear, or wolf?
Make me an investigation check, please.
Like, what was the
get
skull?
an aerial view.
Get an aerial view. Fuck it, why not? Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I need to find out.
Can I give him the
investigation
help action
22?
with my, silent image?
Yeah, absolutely. With your silent image, you can give them the help
Nice.
action. So yeah, if you want to roll with advantage.
Okay.
This is unprecedented levels of teamwork, guys.
Oh damn, that's way better. Way better. 31.
Come on.
Okay, using this diorama and you darting up into the trees, as you look down and you see this jawbone, you realise it is the jawbone of what was probably once, as you now see, a number of humps in the earth, these mounds where you can see spinal column, and it looks like this was probably once a fucking huge serpent.
Guys, we've just got the cog from the serpent. This
Grandpappy?
area. That's a massive
I
serpent.
will also
we've
say
just
with
got
the
there from.
investigation check, you can see the constellation imprinted on the gear as well, with that colossal fucking 30
yeah.
you just
Yeah.
rolled.
We've just got the bear and the wolf to get. That was right, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
What's the
is that important then? Is the watering hole specific to bears or wolves, Silas?
Silas,
No,
can,
it's
actually,
a fucking watering hole.
Silas, can you break down the animal food chain for us? Because I'm wildly confused. There's rabbits somehow surviving, but there's giant
above rabbits.
T-Rexes walking around? Are you
We're
sure?
below those.
No. No. Like, we're in the jungle. Rabbits? Absolutely fucking not.
Okay.
Don't know where you got that idea from. A lot of
Get them
reptiles.
imported.
A lot of reptiles. You said bears and
Yeah, a
wolves.
lot of lizards.
I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever seen a bear or a wolf.
Wait, it's
Okay,
does the watering hole have a shape
Thank you
that
for the
you can
raid.
remember?
Thank you for the raid.
Did you the raid?
Let's just go to the watering hole and see what happens.
If that's
Yeah,
the one,
I'm
if that's
kinda
the one
thirsty
we know
anyway.
of, let's go to that one. Let's go.
Let's just
Yeah.
we're wasting time talking about it. Let's just go.
Yep.
Let's go. Okay.
Figure it out when we get
and
there.
Silas sort of picks his spear out of the dirt and just sort of... Is it always this stressful with you fuckers? And then leads the way off.
This
to
is
where the
actually
watering
going
hole is.
really well.
Yeah, this is
That
surprisingly fun
filled
right
me
now.
with the most confidence I've had all day.
I hate
Thank
to
you.
agree with Lex on that point, but unfortunately,
Yeah.
yes.
I mean,
Yeah, it is true. Silas, before you head out, what's the word for gallop?
Gallop? You mean like run?
Yep.
Galope.
Yep.
Avente!
Yeah.
Do you know what? I've got probably the word for speed, so Caleritas.
Caleritas, you say?
I
and
find
at that point,
apparently men,
And
it's notoriously hard for men to find the
Tiddlywinks
Coritas.
just fucks off.
hang on, Edges! Hang the fuck on!
Well played, Danny. Well played, Danny.
Thank you.
Yeah, Edius is just on the back of this. In fact, I think Cavern's up there as well as Tiddlywinks just
Yep.
fucks off, and Silas just looks and goes, "Oh my god."
Is the gear still attached because it's hanging on to the Stegosaurus?
Yeah, because it's tied on a rope right now. So we say Cavern's got hold of one end, but as this Stegosaurus just literally catapults through the jungle.
Get the rhythm,
And
Edges!
Silas just
Get
looks
the rhythm.
back at you and Jewel. Looks like we're running.
Yep.
Okay.
God damn it.
I'll follow those. She's going to take the same route.
Silas
as the
takes off with pretty quick speed.
Nice.
This is really hard in fucking brogues.
Callum's just sort of jogging next to you. All right there, darling. Keep up. as Takami just bounces from tree to tree. Like, don't mug shit.
Oxford not brogues.
Yeah, Oxford's not brogues. Fucking brilliant. There's a moment then, Cavan and Aegeus, where the Stegosaurus literally bombs into this clearing, and you're about a split second from going into this waterhole. Sorry, Edge, I interrupted you.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, on the journey, once I kind of get the rhythm and I realize that my lower half has to be the gyroscope from my upper half, I kind of find it eventually. I was hoping to be able to, on the way, Matt, basically sever a tree, like, even if it's like hop off, basically cut a tree, and I would like to collect some of the sap from in the tree. As it leaks out into a wineskin. And then if I'm able to...
You're on a Stegosaurus that is fucking sprinting through the forest. I would like an athletics or acrobatics check to try and get yourself off this Stegosaurus to cut a tree and then somehow try and get back on.
I turn around and I'm like, fuck you doing, Aegeus? Hang the fuck on!
Weird time for maple syrup.
What is it, Matt? What you want, acrobatics?
Or athletics, depending on where you're at.
I'll take a 22 acrobatics.
Fucking hell. Aegeus somehow with his gyroscopic hip motions, obviously an OnlyFans model in the past, just sort of cartwheels off the side, and you've got daggers, you've got your katana anyway, you just sort of slide in. If you wish to collect the sap, you're going to have to let Cavan and the Stegosaurus go. If you just want your blade to have a little bit of the sap on it, then I'm happy for you to then dive straight back on.
No, I'll let him go and join the run with everyone else. I could do with some cardio. So I'm going to collect the sap. And then as I'm running, I'm going to basically try and fashion myself, Matt. Essentially, what is a little, like, stick coming out the front of my bow with then, like, a little cradled ball at the end. And then I'll attach that to my bow, with some cloth that I've torn up. I'd also then tear cloth and wrap it around the tip of every arrowhead that I have. I'll soak each of those arrows' heads in the wax or in the sap, and then I'll leave that for another time.
I'm sensing flame arrows.
Aegeus spends 15 minutes collecting a bunch of sap and wrapping arrowheads as Cavan fucks off, and the rest of you all run past him. Just sort of exactly.
Jewel drops right next to Aegeus and goes, "Really? The tree I was in? Are you fucking for real?" And then just carries on.
I didn't know. I didn't mean it like that, Jewel. Fuck! And I just, I will try and do it as I'm running. I will try and do this in a slow jog kind of way.
Brilliant. Cavan, I would like you to make me an animal handling check to stop yourself and Tiddlywinks flying into this fucking watering hole.
13 plus 13 plus animal handling 1, 14. As we come on the water hole, can I turn back to Silas and say, the word for stop?
Nice. He's like, word for stomp?
The minute you say stop with a 14, Tiddlywinks just sort of digs their front feet into the floor and just slides to a stop. As funnily enough, the Latin word for stop is stop.
Nice.
Yeah. I wasn't secured on at that point, and so as Tiddlywinks fucking hits, I go fucking vaulting into the water. I'm just like,
have you still got hold of the rope with the gear as well? So have you just took the gear with you?
Yeah. You're just
spinking.
So just
Wendy, I can fly.
as gear slides along the floor and you plummet into this watering hole. As you're catapulted through the air, however, I would like you to make me a perception check at disadvantage.
Ooh. At disadvantage. 13. So 11 plus That's a 17.
Nice.
17, nice. There's a moment as you fly through the air and you look down on this watering hole as you're descending towards it, where you realise it's shaped like a wolf's head. You splash in. As that stone gear then drops in, it drags you down.
Ooh.
I would like you to make me an athletics check to try and stay afloat.
Alright, good athletics. Oh no. Oh no. That's a nat 1 plus 9.
Ooh.
But it's a nat 1. It's a fucking... Yep.
You begin to sort of start to swim up and watch the stone gear drop past you, realising that this rope is now coiled around you as it pulls you down, and you are fighting and fighting.
Can Jewel, who's kept up, see that he's not coming back up and dive in after him?
Yep. You see the balls.
Yeah, you realise it's water, and you just go "Meow," and fuck off because cats do not.
Oh my god!
Just sign of the cross and just leaves him. It was good while we knew you.
Amazing.
We all stop by the water side and like ha, nice one, Kevin. Kevin.
Yeah, and then but Jewel will just dive in from above and straight down and go and try and help. So I don't know how I help.
Okay. Well, you now
As
trying
Jewel's
to
doing
help
that,
Kevin rise to the top. Go on, Kevin.
I pull out my dagger in thought of cutting this rope and releasing this gear down to the bottom of the watering hole. But I see Jewel as I pull out my dagger, and I'm like, help!
Okay, so Jewel will try and cut. She's with her claws. Will just try and cut the rope, but in a way that will mean that she can also grab the ends of the rope that is next to the cog, so that it's basically freeing Cavan for him to swim up, and Jewel will now look after the cog. So that's what she would like to do.
Look after the what?
Gear.
The gear.
Cog.
The gear.
Yeah, it sounded like cock when you said it then. Yeah.
Just gently brush his appendage as we go past, yeah.
Cradles the ball.
As I see,
Amazing. In which case, what I will say then, rather than you helping Cavan, I'm going to ask you both to make me another athletics check.
Okay.
Cavan, you are
So
now
basically-
free, essentially, so you get another go at
Jewel
it.
helps take the weight of the gear so they can both swim up. And
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Nice.
also cutting him loose, so...
yeah.
yeah,
But
it's
as I
not-
see-
It's alright. It's 15.
I fucking nailed this. So I got a 27, and can I see
Amazing.
that Jewel has cut the rope and is hanging onto the gear and drifting down, and I grab Jewel's tail and I start swimming up and dragging Jewel, and hopefully Jewel is swimming up as well, so now it's the power of both of us swimming up, trying to... Jewel is saving the gear, and I'm just pulling Jewel as we start making our way to the surface.
Yeah. I basically freed you, and now you save both of us. Yeah, I like that. It's actually 16 because again, a reliable talent. Must remember that. So yeah, it's 16 instead. But
Silas, hold out your spear. Takami, hold out your staff. So then, as they get to the top, they've got something to grab onto, so we can then reel them to
Grab
shore.
onto. I just grab
So
onto
both of them then just come out the
grab
top
onto the
as
spear.
Silas, actually, rather than the spear, just grabs you by the forearm and pulls you up with strength that you're a little bit surprised is there. As Takami then grabs you, Jewel, and helps just sort of almost cuddles you over and rolls you over to the side.
she
Sake.
Jewel roll over and just go, Cavan, you okay?
What is the shape that I saw, Matt? As I was
a wolf's
launching.
skull, a wolf's head.
Yeah. I spit out water. Wolf. It's a wolf.
Oh, she's a cat. He's gone delirious, people.
No.
I think the boy's gone to his brain.
The watering hole looks like a wolf's head.
That's exactly right.
I saw it from above.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah. Okay.
I did.
But still, Danny, take a point of inspiration for being fucking on point tonight, because that's like
Thank
the
you.
third one to come out with. So
Jewel then does the proper thing, gets on all fours and then shakes from I know it's more of a dog thing, but just shakes from head to toe and just gets
it's
rid of all
that
them.
Puss in Boots moment where Jewel just goes. Takami pulls out a brush and just like nobody look, just nobody
Get the back.
Okay.
And then
good. Silas pulls you up, Kevin, and just sort of pats you on the back. You alright?
Yeah, hey man. Hey brother. Thanks for pulling me out. That was... How did you do that? You're,
And I feel his forearm. Do I feel density that I wasn't expecting, like muscle density, or is this like unknown strength that just came from somewhere else?
No, there's significant muscle density. So he's got one of those frames and those body compositions where athletically thin, but uncannily strong at the same time. You can feel the grip strength in the forearm as well as you sort of grip. You can feel the corded muscle there.
Yep. And I say,
hey man, I work out too. What do you think about maybe the gym sometime? That'd be kind of fucking cool. I'll spot you, you spot me. Like a bro thing.
Sure. When you say workout, I tend to just hunt monsters, and that helps. But sure, why not?
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, man.
And I look over to Lex, and I'm like,
your brother, man. That's your fucking brother.
You're starting to see the resemblance of why I've been drawn to you?
I'm not sure if it's that or not, but I just know what just happened, and I guess that does remind me of you. All right. So this wolf thing, I guess we look for a gear. Wait, maybe it's at the bottom. Maybe we just need to swim to the bottom instead of fucking avoiding the bottom.
Jewel slings the current gear into in between the three of Silas, Lex, and Kevin. Just lands on the floor. Just goes, I don't want it.
Do you want to just put it in here? I'll
Sure.
open the bag of holding. So then as you swing it in, I'd imagine Silas is like, what the fucking sorcery is this? As I've got a magic bag.
yep. Swing it in.
How are you catapulting the gear into the bag of holding then? Are you using the rope?
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
either
So
one of you
like as a pendulum, just just throwing it in. You can. I tell you what.
Good.
If you want to make a roll with all the calamity of getting dragged out, whether Jewel touched it, I'm fine with that. But I wasn't thinking that she was intentionally going to grab it.
I think with your athletics check, you're all right.
Cool.
I turn
nice.
to Jewel, and I say,
Look, the last time I went in, I was getting pulled down and without a real way to come back up. But like I've been swimming since I was a kid, I can hold my breath pretty deep.
Oh no! Yeah, absolutely. If you want to go in, it was just you were wrapped out in the rope, so maybe planned descent this time and go for it. I'm going to stay here. If that's okay.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
go
that's
with
yeah.
We got rope.
Yeah.
And she grabs some rope out of her bag.
So
Guys, I had an idea. Just throwing thoughts out there. Lex, you know how you did that wall of force around my head earlier?
Yeah.
What if you do the wall of force around Cavan's head when he goes under? I cast Gus in it, so he has like breathable air in there, and it gives him a little bit longer than he might be able to do like almost like a what are those things they call them over in Dryamere? Those the scuba divers or something like that. I can't get the pronunciation right. Jewel, you can probably correct me.
I think it was more called a individual submersible.
Ah, well, there you go. Exactly. So making Cavan into an individual submersible. Man, that's... It feels
Just
like
make sure you're not using an Xbox controller when you go down, or all
Yeah,
sorts
make
of
sure
shit's
you
gonna
don't do
go.
Yeah.
We shall call him Titan.
Really, Kyle? Really?
Oh, turns out, right, I don't think I can actually do that because technically, so the whole I put a dome around your head for a laugh thing probably can't happen because if it cuts through a creature's space when I make it, it pushes you to either side of the wall. So you've either got to be inside the wall or outside the wall. Or I could make it around me.
We allowed it for comedic effect, it was funny. I think for the actual mechanics, it probably doesn't make sense,
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
Unless
even if it did work...
put him inside it, but then he wouldn't sink.
Yeah, exactly. Even if it did work, I would just be there with air and a bubble head.
Fucking flotation device by the neck.
Floating, looking at them all. Looking at Edgius and like, what the fuck, dude? Why?
Look.
Who thought this was going to be a good idea?
Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss, but I gotta take every shot that I can to know if I'm gonna hit or miss. Some are winners, some are losers. That's how it is. Today, not a great one. But
that makes a lot of sense to me, actually.
Yeah, thanks.
What about, like... What if you just tied the rope on to my foot, maybe, and I just swim down, and then when I tug on the rope, you can pull me up if I can't get up on my own. I'll just swim down as far as I can and see if I can see anything down there.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, Silas, you said you wanted to go as well, so please, give it a go.
I'll go with him.
I would definitely keep watch if anyone else wants to go. I'm staying here. So... She does a little shake.
You sure, Silas? I'm a pretty strong swimmer, so I'm not sure if I mean, you can maybe back me up or something like that as I'm heading down to see if there's anything like flanking me as I go down.
I'm pretty good at swimming too, so why don't we go and
his
do
grandmother was a water snake.
Okay,
that's my grandmother as well. Just to double check before we do this, it's just not by the edge of the water in a bush somewhere, is it?
Make me a perception check, please.
Yeah.
All right, on the count of 3, Silas.
1, 2, 3. Silas dives in. Both of you swimming down. Lex, your perception check, please.
13.
13. You look around. See sweet fuck all.
Oh, fuck's sake. Kind of wish there was something.
I'm gonna just walk over to the
neon
edge
sign
of the water.
pointing towards a cog.
As I get to the edge of the water, Matt, I'm gonna cast Mold Earth and try and create some stairs for them, so that if they are like needing to get out and get some purchase, they're not just like clawing on loose sand. It just gives them like some stairs to come up. And then Edgius will turn to Jewel, who's like shaking herself off, and go, I am in much need of and Edgius is going to turn and look at the camera and go, short rest. And then is going to just sit there and just lay back and just fall asleep. and that's
Kami will look at Jewel and like, sure, why not just fall asleep in the middle of the fucking field? Like,
At least he's quiet.
Dave, you muted.
Jewel will take a short rest if we can at this point. Doesn't need to, but we'll keep a lookout.
Okay. How's the water looking down there?
It's murky. Like, this is a watering hole. This has been used by animals galore to bathe in, to drink. But you continue swimming down. It's deeper than you expected. A lot deeper than you expected. I would like you, and I'm going to have Silas make, and in fact, Danny, I'm going to get you to roll for Silas. I would like Constitution saving throws, please. So Silas has a +3.
Oh, well, he rolled a 7.
7, okay.
17 + 7 is 24.
Nice. So, Cavern, there's a moment where you get so far down, and it's almost like the pressure just instantly changes. And you can feel your ears sort of pop slightly, and it's almost like the air's tried to be, or it feels like it's trying to be forced out of your lungs, so to speak. You see Silas sort of and begin to struggle a little bit as bubbles just come out of his mouth, and he's sort of clutching at his chest, eyes go wide.
I turn to Silas, and so I've done this like a lot of my youth. A lot of it was my escapism when I was in Union City with the monks. They would take us to the watering holes, and I would almost escape my reality by swimming down to the bottom of the watering hole and actually sitting on the bottom of it for more time than you should be able to. I was able to calm myself down there. So kind of finding that serenity again, I look to Silas and I try to make eye contact with him, and I turn to him and I just grab his shoulders, and I'm just like kind of like caressing his temples a little bit, almost like to calm him down so that he can almost capture that calmness as well and be able to optimize whatever oxygen he has left. And then I point down and I say, I'm going down. You want to go up?
Danny,
Or
make
down.
me another Constitution saving throw for Silas with advantage, please. So
That's
D20
better.
plus
17.
17. As you sort of stroke his temples, which he twitches at momentarily, but then sees the calm, the sort of... He himself calms, and he gives you the OK symbol and points down.
I don't like this, by the way. Anyway, I go, all right, we're going. And I start making my way down, but I'm turning back to see how he's doing. As I go, about every fourth or fifth stroke, I'm turning back.
You're both sort of keeping pace with each other at this point, and as you start to see what looks like a dark shadow of maybe the bottom of this watering hole, there is a bright glow that emanates up from the bottom.
Do we recognize it?
It just looks like a bright golden glow, but Silas sort of points to his eyes and points down and begins to swim down towards it.
Yeah, I follow him. I'm with him, and I remember what happened to Lex by touching the gear. And as I see Silas going toward it, I speed up because I want to touch it first. I don't want him to touch it.
Very good. And he sort of spins himself around and pushes the water up to sort of almost land upright on the floor and just begins to try and hold himself there. And the glow is emanating from this stone gear that is on the floor, at the deepest part of this watering hole.
Yep, and I realized that we
to
didn't
you
really.
or himself.
Yeah, I realized we didn't really have a plan. We didn't talk about how we were going to get this thing up if it was down there. So as he points to me, I say, I'll grab it. You grab me, and let's go up. So my plan is for me to grab the gear
symbol again.
to see if it's okay. If I survive grabbing the gear, then we both hang on to the gear and we both push it up as we're kicking up.
As you go on.
I look to him and I say, 1, 2, 3. And at that point, I think of Mara, and I know what the consequences could be here. And I look at the gear, and I look at Silas, and I think of Lex, and I'm going to touch this gear first. And I say to myself, I love you, babe. Just know that. And I go down and I touch it.
As you touch the gear then and loop your arm through it and begin to lift it up, and then Silas kicks off the floor with you. Danny, make me a charisma saving throw, please.
Or what will be his plus for Silas?
This is you.
Oh.
Lex, make me a charisma saving throw.
Oh.
Fuck. All right. That's right then. 22.
22. You feel the instant Cavan's fingers brush against this gear. And the image in your mind comes to you almost like a gentle wave rolling over you. You see the ruins, the temple where this all started. And out of the floor erupts a statue, an antlered statue. And hooked around one of those antlers, a third gear. Cog, where you have hold of him, Jewel, sparks to life. And the eye flickers, but then shines out. The exact scene that Lex sees in his head. And Cog begins to repeat something in the Modron language. And Lex, you understand it. The Clockwork Observer must perform the rite. The Clockwork Observer must perform the rite. The Clockwork Observer must perform the rite. And it just goes on and on and on. Cavan and Silas, the two of you fight with every ounce of your strength to bring this stone gear to the top between you. I am going to either I'm going to put this option on you, Cavan. We can either do Cavan with a strength check at advantage, an athletics check at advantage, or we can have both of them roll their individual athletics checks.
So can I make a counteroffer? Can I just roll?
Of course.
A strength check with no advantage, but at that point I'm starting to feel like I can see how far up the surface is and questioning whether I'm going to be able to make it. And at that point, I start thinking to myself and almost trying to send energy to Aegeus. Ultimately, my best friend at this point that I need... that I need fucking some help here. And I actually start mouthing it.
Rest, dude.
I start
did not
mouthing
sleep
it.
last night.
Okay.
This is so good, dude. I needed it. Dude, I'm in such deep REM sleep. I'm actually dreaming about myself diving down to get the cog and like pirouetting on the bottom of the floor or on the cog as I then flick it up with my feet, catch it in my hands, and just gracefully paddle my way to the surface. And Cavan high-fives me as I come to the top, and Jewel high-fives me, and it's great times.
Here's what we're going to do. Cavan, make me your straight strength check.
Alright, here we go. Oh shit, dude, that's a nat 20.
Oh my god.
Nat 20.
It's a nat 20.
What a time to pull that out of the bag.
Yeah.
Fight with every ounce of your strength that you have, and you reach out for Aegeus, and you get nothing back. But what you do realize is that there is a strength on your bicep, on your tricep, holding underneath your arm, as Silas is laser focused on that surface and is just swimming, focusing on nothing else.
Yeah.
He will make an athletics check, which is a natural 20.
Oh my god.
Poetry in motion.
Unbelievable.
For a grand total of 31. Between the two of you then, and in this moment, Cavan, you can tell me how you react not being able to connect with Aegeus, the way you describe their best friend and those sorts of things, and Aegeus just being asleep. But with Silas dragging you to the surface, eventually you crest out and take that first big gulp of jungle air.
Yeah. Before I broke the surface, I had resigned myself to not being able to make it. So I had stopped kicking about 15 feet from the surface, and the only power I have left before I lose consciousness is my grip and Silas's grip as I'm just seeing the black curtain come over me, and my last thoughts are of Mara, and I'm losing consciousness and letting go of the grip, as then I feel I come up through the air, and I don't know what's happening. I'm not able to understand that that I made it or didn't make it. It kind of feels like this is possibly a near-death experience or some sort of transition for me, because I've lost consciousness just at that moment.
And as Silas pulls you onto the bank with the sort of aid of maybe Callum and Takami and Lex, who aren't resting, Cavan, in your mind, you hear Mara's voice. Live, my love. And that, my friend, is where we will close episode 89 of Malt and Magic Campaign 2. With the second gear in hand.
Cavern.
One more to go, but you know where it is. Yeah, amazing stuff at the end there, Tom.
That was awesome.
Fucking awesome episode, my friends. Amazing to have all 5 of us on screen once again. We are going to immediately roll into Malt Magic Unrolled, which is available for those Patreon subscribers if you want to go get our post-session sort of dissection and debrief. Next week we are, because a few people are out again, but also because things are happening in July, we are going to rebroadcast our Daggerheart one-shots in preparation for the world of Foria to come into full fruition as we enter into a Daggerheart mini-series, which will go on for as many episodes as it needs in July the 14th, funnily enough. So I know Danny's very excited, I know Bodhi's very excited, I know Tom is very excited, and I'm sure Dave is excited as well. I think we're all... and it will also be the return of Josh from Roll Together as well. So
Nice.
do stick around for that. But yes... That being said, more Campaign 2 goodness to come as well. In fact, no, I tell a lie. Next week is the Daggerheart rebroadcast. Sorry, I'm getting my schedule all mixed up. The week after is also what is potentially the series finale of our Orbital Blues / Pirate Board mashup.
Yep.
With one Bodhi at the helm, so don't miss that either. And then yes, we will be back for some Campaign 2 goodness. So I'm not going to let this go on too much longer because I know we've got things to do, but thank you all. Thank you to the new viewers, the YouTube viewers as well that have been chatting. Massive shout out again to Dicebound, thank you for joining us. Huge shout out to Roll Together for the raid as well. We love you all. Thank you so much for the support. And my friends here on screen with me, thank you for all the love and support that you give me as we go through this little adventure together. So that being said, stay safe. We love you all, and we'll see you next time.